name is Tzvi Lebetkin, the Rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop. And baby, they're dropping like flies. They're dropping left, right, and bloody centre because I just have a lot of content. Yeah, I've got a lot in me, baby. A lot in me, and I want to share. So, first thing I want to share, I think I am experiencing spin-off fatigue, right? Like, I'm at the point where I'm like, okay, it's time to poo or get off the pot. Let's actually have some bloody news. There's a rumor we're getting a announcement of a trailer today, this week, I should say. Maybe. I somehow doubt it, really. I somehow doubt it, but I would like it to happen. So I saw there's a whole bunch of spin-off news dropped this morning. Good news, actually, because I normally try and record these videos at least a day in advance, because uploading always takes forever, like 40 minutes, an hour. Rumble's much worse, right? Rumble's much worse. However, I had fiber optics put in yesterday, and I was just giddy with, I still am, I was giddy with excitement, right? I really was. I was like, ah! Anyway, so I didn't get that much done, so I didn't get a chance to make a video yesterday. Good news, because all this dropped this morning, so good news there. And I saw there's always a gazillion articles on the idiot shill media talking about, well, you know, it'd be a good spoof, something with black women, because black women is everything now. I mean, God, can you just stop looking at people as their, their surface traits? Can you look at people as people, right? No, I can't do that. I'm so stupid. Yes, I know. And that's why you work for Streak Scream Rant. And God bless them. Oh, what can I tell you? Like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are fan-dabby. You know it. Fan-dabby, double dosing. I mean, all those content writers, they got to be replaced by Chat GPT soon, haven't they? Because what they do is worthless. It's incredible, really. Alan Moore spoke about this 20 years ago. It's called the half-life of information. I've spoken about it many times, where you take all the information created in the first 1,000 years of human existence, and that same amount of information then takes 500 years, and that same amount of information then takes 250 years, and then the third time it's 120. It keeps halving, right? So we get to the point now where the entirety of of that amount of information is created every second, right? Every second through just garbage tier articles, filling up. Everything's designed to get clicks, and the clicks are probably coming from bots, so it doesn't really matter. So now we have bots probably writing then creating the content for bots to click on, right? For nobody to pay for, because ad revenues are down about 40% right now, according to BuzzFeed and Tim Pool. That's kind of a disparate sample, right? So the bubble's about to burst. It might even burst by the time this video goes out, and it's going out today. Okay, so that gives you a bit of an idea how precarious thing is. That being said, with my bizarre worldview, which is filled of Doctor Who, Star Trek, Star Wars, and Judaism, and boobs. They all kind of uncomfortably jostle together. I think the boobs maybe work as some kind of buffer zone, like the packaging you used to get from Amazon. Do you still get that little packaging, those empty bags of hair? What is this? Maybe, who knows or dares to dream. The only spin-off I want is the Millie Gibson in Perry's costume, okay? And you know which one I'm talking about. I mean, well, it could be three, actually. Not the pink one, okay? The pink one I don't think ever really worked. A purple one. Oh, boy, that one worked, right? That one worked. It looks like she changed a bra in between the two stories, right? She looked very, bound, trussed up in Attack of the Cybermen. Got Avengers on Varos. Very bouncy. So I always had that. The turquoise Perry as being the best, right? As being the absolute best. But then the season 22 came out on Blu-ray, and the Rainbow Perry, the two Doctors Perry. That's the best, baby. That is absolutely the best. God bless you. So Millie Gibson in that. Oh God, I love it that people freak out when I'm saying, yes, Millie Gibson's insanely hot, which means I would like to have sex with her. I mean, this is the way human beings are wired, right? And she is insanely hot. Does that mean I'm going to have sex with her? Well, no. There's a lot of work involved in that. Firstly, we're in different countries. That's a big one, right? That is a big one. I was talking this on my live stream last night. Firstly, we're in different countries. Secondly, I don't think she's Jewish. I'm not sure, right? Billy, if you're watching, let me know. So, some kind of conversion process would have to go through. And it's got to be, okay, firstly, she's got to genuinely want to have sex with me. And if you do, Millie, darling, let's go shopping first and get some outfits. All I'm saying, like, if that's really going down, let's maximize the experience. Although she's probably got things that'll do the trick. Pretty much anything. But then she's got to convert to Judaism. It's got to be a genuine conversion. I don't know, like according to the Old Testament, one can have more than one wife, but that was outlawed by the rabbis 1,000 years ago. So either I don't want to divorce my wife, I love my wife. No, that's not happening. I've got to make some kind of rabbinic move. So that bigamy is once again okay, because that'd be very bigamy, and then marry her, right? And then I go. So I don't think I'm going to have sex with Millie Gibson for all those reasons. I don't think that's going to happen, and that's why I really don't get into the inappropriate in this. What, she's 19? It's like, yeah, I'm old and ugly. She's young and beautiful. Yeah, that's what makes it funny. Okay, that's what makes it funny. Sexually repressed cockwombles. Sorry. I went on a bender because every now and again I do get like weirdos completely obsessed with me saying, I'm not gonna, and they put comment after comment after comment, and I always respond to them because they go crazy, right? And so the last one, he was like, I'm not responding to you anymore, I'm just gonna cut and paste. Because he couldn't, because I handed him ass over and over again. So he did that for hours. I kept cutting and pasting back, right? I'm like, okay, no problem. Make it easier. And then this morning, he's commenting again on a different video. Dude, relax, okay? Just relax. I handed you your ass, and you feel bad about it. It happens. It happens when you're a idiot cockwomble, okay? Doesn't happen to me that much. Happens to you, I think, quite regularly. Anyway, that's why I'm a little bit obsessed. Fine, let's get into it. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all those things are good. Go to Rumble, sub to me there. Rumble is doing so much better for me than YouTube, right? My views on Rumble are higher. My subs are like way lower. So I'd love more people to subscribe at Rumble. That would be fantastic. Thank you very much. Although that's not a live stream, on the videos, no. Hopefully today, I don't have such a labor-intensive day. I always say that at this point in the day, but that'll probably change. I'll be working on this. My deep fake Colin Baker reading Millennial Rights. Great book. Craig Hinton. Freaking awesome book. And Big Finish, for God's sake. Why don't you just deep fake? You got all the voice files. This is what Big Finish should do. They should take this book, make a deal with Colin Baker, Craig Hinton, maybe Bonnie Langford as well, right? Take the hundreds of hours of voice samples you have of all those voice artists and make your own deep fake book on tape of all these books. So they're fantastic and they're being lost to time. They'll be cheap as anything to make. Charge $9.99 for them. The voice artists, they get residual. You make money. I get these books, in a digestible format that I enjoy, and I feel like they're not being lost to time. Everybody wins, right? I'm quoting the Ninth Doctor. Everybody lives, Rose. Everybody lives. Ecky Thump. Ecky Thump was indeed adopted by Jodie Whittaker. God bless her. Anyway, like, share, subscribe, comment. All those things are very, very good. We're 10 minutes in. I explained why I want to, but I'm not going to have sex with Millie Gibson. I can't believe I had to make that explanation twice, right? Okay. She's 18, you sick bastard. Yes, I know. I find an 18-year-old very attractive. Why? Because she's very attractive. Look, I have a handicap in that I'm shackled to truth and reason, right? I think that's what is that? I got a bit of gunk on my arm. I'm trying to work out what the hell it is. And the truth is, I think she's very, very attractive. I think, so that's true. Fine. Like, share, subscribe, comment, Rumble, Substack. Oh yeah, so this book on tape is going to be on Substack in the video notes. Go sign up to that. Maybe this week we'll get a chapter out. I am hopeful, baby. I am hopeful. Fine. let's get to the news. I'm not hopeful I'm going to be bagging Billy Gibson. Do I want to? Yes! Am I hopeful it's going to happen? No. You know, look, frankly, I don't rate my odds with Gal Gadot either, and she lives in the same freaking country as me, and I don't have to worry about all the conversion stuff. She's Jewish. You know, that'll do. Scarlett Johansson, probably Jewish. I'll go for that too. You know, I don't mind. Hell, even, what's her name? Riley, oh God, the woman from Countdown. When did Countdown start having insanely hot women in it? Riley, whatever her name is, called out Jeremy Corbyn. She's hot. I'll sleep with her. Then I don't have to worry about the whole. Oh no, she's not really in the same league as Millie Gibson. No, I don't know what to tell you. Whatever. So anyway, I digress. Spin-offs. Spin-offs. There's going to be spin-offs, right? And what there is going to be, and what there's been a lot of, is intense spin-off speculation. So this is by Nicola Methven. So Dan Hadley from the Spacebook. Great channel. Strong recommend. I love their Thursday night show, where they have just a great eclectic group of people talking about Doctor Who, right? I think it's good when different types of people talk about a subject together. I like that. That is a good thing, right? Fine. So, by the way, speaking of eclectic groups of people, the last time I was on Nerdronic's channel, right? It was a while ago. He did a Fury of the Whovians stream, right? And I was at the time I was showing off the Doctor Who sex toys, which I thought were very, very, very funny, right? This made me laugh. So I was showing them off, and then I opened up another slide, and he didn't know I was going to do it. I didn't think it would be a problem. He closed that down really, really quickly. I always felt bad about it after that, right? Like, oh, I didn't know I crossed the line, right? But then this week they had what was it, Terry McGinnis on it, who like got up and his dick was out and he was urinating on camera and he kept that on. It was that was really weird. People are so mad at Gary about that. I don't know why. Right? If you're mad at Gary about that, can you explain it to me? Because I don't think he did anything wrong. I mean, he could have taken. I guess he was just shocked. I mean, I would be. I've never seen a man get up and start urinating on camera before. It would take me aback, right? It would take me aback. Well, this is one thing I can say about men getting up and urinating on camera. That's almost certainly not going to be a Doctor Who spin-off. I mean, I think probably John Barrowman pitched it. I think he probably pitched it. I don't think it went down too well. Fine. Doctor Who boss plans new spin-off with Jim Raven. I was saying, so Dan, he tells me there's one a commenter, a reporter for the Entertainment in the Mirror who's very good. He broke the Jodie leaving story, Chibnall leaving. So they broke a lot of stuff. But look, if you want to know where to get the rumours first, the TARDIS zone, right? Noel at the TARDIS zone. That is a good spot for rumours, I would say, right? He's quite a good scooper. But anyway, if you want to use the lamestream media, the Mirror is quite good. If it's I think the other guy. Then there's this person who's apparently not that good. I don't know. I'm just repeating what I heard a while ago and telling you I had that's the vague source I had for it, right? I would take Dan's what Dan said and prove it. Like, you know, like I don't think he's going to be lying to anyone about anything. Anyway, I digress. Doctor Who bosses plan new spin-off show with Gemma Redgrave in starring role. It makes a lot of sense. I don't know. Trouble is, I don't really like the Gemma Redgrave unit, right? I bought, although, bloody hell, I bought enough of the Big Finish Gemma Redgrave unit things. I found her too soft, and I found, what's the other one? Not Osgood. Not Oz. Oh, what's her name? Maybe it was Osgood. Yeah, Osgood. I just like all the Doctor Who paraphernalia stuff. I just found her annoying, right? I just found the whole setup reasonably annoying, and it never stopped being annoying. I mean, some of the Big Finish box sets were very, very good. Although the ones that didn't really lean into the Gemma Redgrave unit. Best one was the one with the old and the new unit in together. That was by far the best. I really enjoyed that. So yeah, so I just find her a little bit soft boiled. And for me, it didn't really do much for her seeing her in the Jodie episode, was it, or any of the Jodie episodes? However, seeing Tegan Ace and the fifth and seventh Doctor. And all the other doctors at the chair. That all worked for me, right? I'm like, whoa! And I don't like, Jodie Whittaker's Doctor Who. But this never really did. Now, another reason it seems likely, well, it's got a female lead. This is 2023. And that's very much in fashion now, right? The fashion is changing. It used to be all you needed was a female lead, preferably female black lead, unless it was but the best I think is a trans female lead. So they always like having their leads with penises. In the end, I think even if they're feminine ones with a nice pink bow on it. I don't think trans people put I'm talking like the faux trans people, the activists. I don't think they put a pink ribbon bow on their penis to make it a little more feminine. I think that's probably unlikely. I've never seen it though. Give it 6 months. That'll be at a drag show for 12-year-olds. So I guess we'll find out there too. Fine. So it's an obvious setup, right? It's a very obvious setup. Unit is in the specials, and I do believe whatever spin-offs we're going to get are going to be an organic extension of the narrative, right? So that makes sense. Although I think what we're seeing in the specials isn't going to be in reality. I think Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, when she fell out of the TARDIS, fell into the Toymaker's realm or something, and been there ever since. Right? That's what I think happened. I guess we'll find out. Not long to go now. Middle of bloody March. That's what? April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. 8 months. You don't even have time to make a baby. Millie, I'm sorry, darling. Sorry. If you want, I'll try and find. Look, probably a filming block is over. March, May. Okay, you can get pregnant then. I'll help you out. No problem. Again, you got to do all the conversion stuff, and then we got to do a thing to have multiple wives. But okay. I just like to help. That's me. I just like to help. So I haven't finished reading the headline of this yet. So anyway, could you get a less glamorous, more ugly picture of Gemma Redgrave than that? It looks like rather than putting makeup on, she's sandpapered her face. That's not a good look, darling. Right? That's not a good look. So yeah, I see it's being likely, but at the same time, I want to hear what kind of source they have, because I'm not sure I really believe it. But let's read it anyway. Doctor Who bosses plan new spin-off show with Gemma Redgrave in starring role. Torture-style offshoot will be based on UNIT, the military research organisation introduced in the 1960s. Will feature Gemma as the head of the scientific research. Brigadier Lethbridge Stewart's daughter, second person to play her. The first person was on the straight-to-video thing from the 90s, Downtime, which was quite good. Not as good as Shakedown, which I thought was quite a bit better. The Return of the Sontarans. The Doctor Who fans are about to be whisked into a parallel universe. Well, I think we're there already, aren't we? With another spin-off series from the hit sci-fi program. Well, here's an interesting way to see it to gauge. Let's go to Big Finish, right? And see what they have in the unit range coming up, right? That actually will be quite a good indication, right, about what's going on. 1 second. Audiobooks. I think we got to go for. Where's Unit? Quite looking forward to the new Luther Arkwright coming out in a couple of months. Where is it? Prisoners. By the way, if you haven't heard the Big Finish Prisoner, I found that to be excellent, right? Absolutely. Space 99 I really enjoyed as well. I strongly disagree with the premise behind it. Okay, I went to you. I mean, is it in Doctor Who Unit, you think? I'm trying to find new series, I guess. This shouldn't be so hard. I'm sorry. This should not be so hard. Unit. We'll just search for Unit. Unit. I like you, the Unit, darling. Because if they got Unit box sets coming out, they've got to kind of fit. Also, I know there's more Bambera stuff coming, right? Sort by recent first. Bloody hell. The work that's gone into this. Unit Nemesis Masters of Time. So this is the last of the current ongoing series, and there's not one after it. When's this due out? July 23. So yeah, so it looks like they don't have anything announced that's going to step on the heels, step on the toes, or heels or the toes of this. Maybe. So again, I think that gives it a little bit more weight, don't you? The Torture also will be based on Unit, the military that introduced in the 1960s. Yeah, it is true. Gemma Redgrave, 58, will star as the head of the scientific research, Kate Stewart. Look, it was a paramilitary organisation. We liked it because they had big guns and they shoot, I don't know, jail guards or things like that. I always, there was a line, was it, The Three Doctors, where Benton is taking on the jail guards, which, come on, they look rather crap. And he said, the best. What was it? Said, Benton's no, those aliens' grasp of military tactics are incredible. And Joe Grant was like, let's just hope Sergeant Benton's is better. Listen, mate, darling, it's not. Okay, it's not. Benton was not a military genius. Let's be let's be honest, baby. Unit or Unified Intelligence Task Force. Yeah, they had to change the name from United Nations Intelligence Task Force because United Nations weren't happy with that. Okay, created by showrunner Rusty Davis, the new series will be part of the expanded universe created by the BBC's deal with Disney Plus to take it worldwide. So this, as these are Moffat's characters, this is what Moffat maybe was showrunning, right? That could be. Listen, if Moffat's going back on his stuff, I would like to see him do a Paternoster gang, even though I didn't really like them either. It was kind of annoyed me. So UNIT, or the Unified Intelligence Task Force, first appeared in 1968 under second Dr. Patrick Troughton, working with. The organisation, which investigates the paranormal extraterrestrial threats to Earth, got a fleeting mention in the 2005 post-reboot before becoming more key. No, it was reasonably well features in the Aliens of London and World War III, right? I mean, they were all kind of like generic unit people, but they all got killed pretty much thereafter, didn't they? But yeah, I thought that was okay. Gemma, a member of the Redgrave acting dynasty, has starred alongside Matt Smith, Peter Capaldi, and Jodie Whittaker. I'm not touching it. Kate and team will return in a festive special. Oh, this is new news. Introducing the 15th Doctor shooting Gatwa before the offshoot launches. Well, that makes a lot of sense as well, but I'm not hearing any accreditation to this, right? A source says Doctor Who has always featured strong women. Oh, God, it's like South Park. I'm strong women. In positions of authority. A monster spin-off is also planned. It has emerged. Right, but we don't have any confirmation on any of these things. There's been a lot of talk about spin-offs. I know, and I'm a little bit exhausted by it. Featuring Unit in the 1970s, but nothing came to. Actually, it was the 1990s. Derek Sherwin was trying to get it going. There's a very good Doctor Who magazine special from late 80s, early 90s, based on Unit, where they had the after Doctor Who finished, it must be early 90s. The who was it? Had Brian Blessed in it as another Doctor when they thought there weren't going to be any other Doctors. But Derek Sherwin talked about that in the introduction, right? Kate, the reboot in 2005, it's not a reboot. Okay, however, Unit appeared throughout the John Pertwee years from 70 to 74. Also a handful of stories with Tom Baker in 81. Yeah, but you can certainly totally see Philip Hinchcliffe like easing it out, like, you know, saying we're essentially done. So they got mention in Aliens of London when they all got killed. Before giving a full return alongside David Tennant in the Sontaran strategy in 2008. Okay, I wasn't happy with that. I'll tell you why I was not happy with the Sontaran strategy. Because I didn't like the Sontaran's method of beating the human forces by not letting their guns fire. That didn't look very exciting. I would much rather they got beaten by Sontar and laser fire blowing things up. I think that would have looked a lot cooler. But never mind. Prior to Gatwa's arrival, the 15th Doctor will be returned. Okay, we know all this. It's nothing. I don't know. Do you believe it? I don't know. It's logical, but they're not even giving it any source. Not even insiders said. So let's see how the Daily Mail. Doctor Who bosses planned 2 spin-off series as part of Disney Plus deal with Gemma Redgate taking the lead role in one. I do think they're going to have 3 spin-offs eventually, right? That's where I think is going to go. Who is Hunter Schafer? Dares to bet? I don't know, but I like that dress, darling. Could you lend it to me? I think they're going to need a little bit, a bigger piece of cloth to go. What do you call that? Nipple cloth? Whatever. It's not here anymore. But okay. And then if you want someone to replace your drink, clearly that last dress will do the trick. Fine. Where are we up to? Bosses are reportedly planning 2 spin-offs, one of which will feature Gemma Redgrave in a leading role. Blah blah blah. So same thing. Using Unit to introduce Gatwa at Christmas, I believe that. I think that's highly likely. Gemma will be seen in the series of the sci-fi show alongside companion Millie Gibson. Yeah, we totally seen that as well. So, good. Showrunner Rusty Davies is thought to be behind the project, which the Insider claims be part of the Disney recent Whoniverse deal with Disney Plus. Unit, blah blah blah. We explain what Unit is. It comes after Davies assured fans the show will be the same. Nothing has changed. Well, I think it's going to be like an ultimate version of it, right? I think it's going to be the absolute opposite of what Disney have done to the MCU. They're apparently cancelling everything now. It's like Ant-Man killed that was the point where they said, oh well, yeah, forget it, we're screwed. That flopped, we're done. We got out of phase 4 into phase 5 and no one's interested. They killed the juggernaut, the MCU, with phase 4. It's really remarkable. Although, if you're following the banking crisis, you know what caused this banking crisis? It's the venture capital, the world of venture capital was being treated the same way as the world of entertainment and the world of like woke, right? And I love it how people who love things that are woke say, "What does woke mean? There's no definition for the word woke." Well, darling, if you love it and the things you loving have no objective value whatsoever, they're just like garbage tier trash, that's a good sign they're woke, right? No, okay, normally woke is the platforming of ideas, some of which we all agree with, some of which very few of us agree with. The ideas we all agree with, that women are people too, should be treated with respect. Yeah, no one's going to argue ever about that. Nobody's argued for years, decades about that. I mean, like 30, 40 years. And ideas that people are not universally on board with, that it's a moral and positive thing to allow 12-year-old boys to castrate themselves and make them and have girls and boys be made infertile because they say, we've decided before we're at a legal age to have sex and explore our sexuality in any way, shape, or form, we decided that the thing we're born with, totally wrong. Whip it off. We are not going to need those reproductive rights ever in the future. I'm 12. I know what I'm talking about, right? If you think that that's a lot of people might not say that's moral. A lot of people may not say, highly sexualized, simulated sex shows isn't the place for toddlers. I don't know. So that's generally speaking what woke means. Disney Plus has international distribution rights, which is returning for specials in November 2020. Yes! Before the next... Yes, we know. Russell59 explained, I know people are... Yeah, okay, fine. This was old news. So, yeah, he's like, oh no, Disney's giving notes. I like his response to this, which I tend to believe, which is like, are you out of your mind? There has been no production on British TV in the last 50 years, apparently, that hasn't got copious notes from the American backers behind them, right? I think that's probably where Succession, that comes back this week on HBO Max, came from. Fine. Is there anything new over here? No, this is all old news. Right, and then it's the old news about 10 million budget per episode. They say no, not true. And oh look, a man kissing a woman. That's weird in 2023. It must be harassment. Okay, fine. There's no more news there, right? There's nothing else to tell you. Okay, again, but honestly, I am experiencing spin-off fatigue. Like, all these ideas seem fine. I'll be honest. The Unit 1 seems a bit boring to me. It seems a bit predictable. It seems it's got to be better than the Big Finish box sets, which were bland, very bland. Here, let's have a quick look for example. Let's go. Wellesley Unit, the new series. I'll quickly go over them. We'll do them from the beginning. So the first one wasn't bad. That was like the Nestines, but the problem with it was Osgood and Gemma Stewart, right? I don't remember anything about Shutdown, Silence. Again, having like cool monsters in it made it good. Unit Assembled was awesome because it had Joe Grant, Sergeant Benton, and Mike Yates in it. Unit Encounters, that was okay. It was like 4 individual ones. Cyber Reality was good. Why? Because it had the Master and Cybermen. Nothing about Unit that made it good. Don't remember the Wirren one because it got kind of bland. Incursions. That's the. Was there another one? Yeah, there must be the one with River Song. And then Unit Nemesis, where I got this was the last one I got, which introduces the 9 or the 11. I can't remember. It was good villain and like the female ice warrior from whatever it was. Yeah, but I was bored. Essentially, I was bored, and also I didn't really like the new companions. Harry Sullivan, old companion, and what's the name, Cross, which is. It's so ridiculous. Like, here, 1 second. I mean, you want to know what sexism actually looks like? Here, let me show you. Look at this cover, right? So, Eleanor Cross is in the background there. She seems, 5'3", 5'2", and they photoshopped her to make her look, like a normative, young, attractive woman. Do we have pictures of her here? Because if you see her backstage, if you see her shooting it, no, you don't. She's like towers above everyone, right? She's like she looks like about 7 foot tall and built like a brick shithouse, and I'm not saying that as a diss. I'm saying that why not cut? You wanted a black actress. I think that was very important to them. And I know somebody who works in casting. They keep telling me like there's just not enough. Right? It's like I'm casting the same 20 people over and over and over and over again. And so I think she was somewhat miscast. But then I think she was misrepresented on the cover to make her look like a normative companion when she's not. She's like very big. And again, not as a diss. So, I don't know. So, yeah, this doesn't really fill me with joy, right? It doesn't fill me with joy. Something that does make me be a bit more optimistic about everything that's happening is this, right? Russell T. Davies, there's incredible excitement about what this new era is going to have. Like, he is. But I mean, he might be lying. I said this on the short yesterday, where I talked about shorts are like my 1 minute videos. He may be lying to hype things up, right? But I think he is super duper psyched about what's coming out, and that just makes me more psyched, right? New Doctor Who, one of the greatest things showrunner has ever made. Now that's a pretty bold statement from Russell T. Davies. He's done a lot of good TV and a lot of good Doctor Who, right? I think A Very British Scandal, probably one of the best things he's done. I really loved that. I thought It's a Sin was fantastic. I mean, like, genuinely, honestly fantastic. And I thought, lots of his Doctor Who work is beautiful. I like stuff that nobody else liked, though. I like things like Love and Monsters. I like Gridlock. Love Gridlock. Man, there's so much I love about Gridlock. Okay, here's why Gridlock is great, for many reasons. Firstly, Martha just started. The world building is very, very good. The casting is excellent. Lenora Critchlow's in it, who is very good. Also very easy on the eye. Sorry, Billy. Didn't mean to make you jealous, darling. But I'm a multicultural man of many tastes. So that, but I love the the Mega City 1 world building kind of like weirdness they built in with cat people and all stuff like going from car to car. But then it's got some great emotional moments, right? Where the and I know a lot of people didn't like this, but the hymn, right? The hymn where they all kind of join together. Look. I've said this many times. The advantages one has in organized religions, one can find outside of organized religion. I think the 12-step program is one of the greatest tools to make yourself into a better person, right? And it encompasses basically everything that's good about organized religion. And I felt kind of similar about that with that scene. So anyway, this is a bold freaking statement from RTD over here. That's one of the best things he's ever done. Right, one of the greatest things he's ever made. A bold claim to come from Russell T Davies. It is a bold claim. I agree with you, right? Russell T Davies won a claim for "It's a Sin," written Emmy-winning A Very British Scandal. Here's the incredible thing. I thought Russell T Davies, and this is my simplistic, idiotic, childish view of things I don't understand. I just thought he had juice enough now that he could basically get anything made. I thought the same with Stephen Moffat, and I'm going to do this now, okay? No, it's not like that at all. And he was saying in an interview recently, I didn't think It's a Sin was going to get made. It was, okay. He thought Years and Years was going to be very good. It did very well. It did very badly. Sorry, mate. Don't know what to tell you. Very good scandal has been at helm of Doctor Who in its David Tennant era and Christopher Eccleston era. However, the screenwriter has said the upcoming episode, one upcoming episode in particular, of the beloved sci-fi series, it could be his beloved sci-fi series, because again, the absolute love of Doctor Who just pours out of him. Very similar, I think, to Stan Lee in the 80s, 70s, 80s, and 90s from the bullpen or the back pages of the Marvel comics. Excelsior! It's just this incredible enthusiasm and talking to you as an equal, just excited about everything. That's great, right? That's how you promote something. Why do people like my reviews of things? Because either I'm spitting bullets about it because I'm so mad at it, or I'm so excited I'm about to bloody explode. Exburst. What's exburst? I don't know. Explode. I guess the same thing. Anyway, one of the upcoming episodes is one of the greatest things he's ever made. Right, Davis, who has returned to BBC One and Disney Plus. Doctor Who as a showrunner for its 60th anniversary and is in for the long haul, he said. Teased the new episode on Michael Ball's show on Radio 2, saying he's very happy with how the new season turned out. That's the thing. I'm more excited about the shooting up and stuff. I'm before progressivism got fucked in the ass by weirdos on Twitter, I was progressive, right? I think that's kind of a fair explanation of what happened over the last 7 years. Progressivism got fucked in the ass by weirdos on Twitter. Yeah, I think that. Yeah, yes, I stand by that statement. And if it makes you uncomfortable me saying fucked in the arse, but you're completely fine for it to happen, your values may be a little off, mate. Okay, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When asked whether he had started working on Doctor Who, he said, I sat here and I watched episode 4 last night. I can't wait, mate. I watched episode 4 last night. I think it's one of the greatest things I've made in my life. So I'm very, very happy with it. Mate, you better bring the receipts, okay? You better bring the receipts to that. While we don't know much about episode 4 of Doctor Who's new season, we know that it's that Servants Dylan Holmes Williams directed it. Yeah, I gotta check that out. Apparently we have Apple Plus. I didn't know, but I was gonna renew it for Severance, and I think Ted Lasso just came out today as well, which I like a lot. Although, honestly, my favorite thing I've seen this year, I think for a long time, is Derek. Freaking love Derek on Netflix, the Ricky Gervais thing. Again, I've got weird taste. What do you want out of me? Retweeting Davis' interview, Williams wrote on Twitter yesterday. Yeah, now Twitter's a much more normative place, weirdly enough. As a lucky man who got to direct this incredible script, I've got to say I'm very excited about what we created. What have you created? Will you stop teasing me? My God, can you stop tickling my balls, mate? Give me a bit of Doctor Who. I'm like, really? I'm about to explode here. I'd said that already. Doctor Who, etc. Done lately with David Dent reprising as right. Yeah, we know. Along with Catherine Tate. Yes, we know. Well, Heartstopper, Yasmin Finney. Well, yeah, Yasmin Finney will pay a new character rose. And still, toxic fandom, which are just melting down beyond melting down. And I think it's all connected to just the very, very quickly shattering of society that we're looking at in reality. Like, that's what it is. Society is just like falling apart because of all their idiot ideas, right? They are just melting down beyond melting down. They were mad because Stephen Moffat was rumoured to be coming back then. Oh, it's just an old white man show again. No, it's a show for everybody. I know you didn't like white men, right? And you blame white men for everything wrong in your idiot, pathetic lives. But white men, and you know, I don't think we should focus on one skin color. But white men did end slavery and build this incredibly free, open utopia that you live in, that you're able to say how terrible it is. Like most places, if you criticize the government outside the Western world, you end up with your bollocks nailed to a tree, right? And if you're very lucky, they'll be removed first, okay? Often you're not very lucky. Fine. But yeah, so they're bitching about him. Yasmin Finn is still in it. Like, what is wrong with you morons? For God's sake. And that's the other thing. Like, you know, I'm not really on board for... I'm not, when I say not on board, I am concerned that transgenderism is may not be as healthy as people in popular media are telling us it. I don't know. I am concerned about it, right? I'm concerned Yasmin Finney may turn around 15 years from now and say, what is wrong with all of you? Why did you let me walk around clearly displaying mental illness and not say a damn word? I think he, whatever, that they would be right to do so. I wouldn't be amazed if that happens, right? Equally, maybe I'm wrong. She should live and be well. Be whoever you want to be. Just everybody should be able to live with each other, right? That's really, my terrible racist worldview where we all should live in peace and harmony together. What a cunt I am. Well, Tennant is back as the Doctor. It won't be for long before Shooting Gatwa takes over. And introduced to Coronation Street's Millie Gibson. Hello, Millie. Please be introduced. As his first companion, Ruby Sunday. Okay. I think we'll end as we started talking about Millie Gibson. Why? Because she's Millie bloody Gibson, mate. I don't know what to tell you. Oh, that's so thick. You want to have sex with her? Yes! Yes, What? No. Also, I like bacon. I really like bacon. Am I going to eat bacon? No! Look at this! I'm a motherfucking rabbi, you idiot cunts! Okay? Do I like bacon? Yes! Why? Because bacon's fucking delicious! Am I going to eat it? No! Look! Ah! Just because you want something doesn't mean you're going to do it. Doesn't mean that's your only value in your life. Anyway, with that said, Millie, darling, Millie, if you're up for it, get in contact, okay? And for that matter, Gal Gadot and Scarlett Johansson, so much easier. My name's Tzvi Lebetkin, the rabbi from another planet. Please like, share, and subscribe, and ring that little bell. Ring the little bell so you are notified when new videos drop.